Okay, so a couple of final tidbits as far as striking the ball or working the golf ball. If you go back to the Be a Solid Ball Striker video and you remember how we worked with the arc line, and understanding how the club face stays square to the arc line depending on where you had the ball position. So if we, let's say, played the ball center or slightly back of center with the driver, and with a square face in relation to the arc line, we would definitely push the ball to the right. Well, if you do this on a consistent basis, well, why not aim left and push the ball straight down the middle of the fairway? It worked extremely well for Lee Trevino. So, and this is something I tend to do a little bit. I prefer to aim a little bit down the left center of the fairway and either push it straight down the middle or play a nice little fade to the center of the fairway. That suits me extremely well on my right-handed swing. My left-handed swing, you'll see, is the other option. So what I'm going to do is aim right down the left side of the fairway. All right, so let's say there's the center of my stance. I'm playing the ball back in my stance. So you can see how my stance line is way left, but yet with the ball center, slightly back of center, and the club square to that arc line, you can see that ball is going straight down the middle of the fairway. Ooh, caught that really well too. So basically right center of the fairway, that looked terrific. Now if I did the opposite, if you remember Peter Jacobsen, he used to look like he aimed way down the right side of the fairway, but yet pulled his shots to the center of the fairway. Well, that's because he played his golf ball a little more forward in the stance. And being more forward in the stance, as I follow the arc, now the club returns to the inside after squaring up center, and I'll tend to pull the shot. So I'll aim right down the bush line here. So you can see that looks like I'm going toward the bush. And then when my club stabilizes and returns to the inside, this ball should go straight down the middle. Here we go. So we have another ball going straight down the middle. That one is left center. Ooh, nice kick, right down the center of the fairway. So I hope that helped in allowing you to understand, you know, how you can set up to match your tendencies. I'd like you to try both of these and let me know how it goes, okay? So if you're a backhander, you'll probably be like me. You like to play the ball further forward, have the club face a little more closed. And if you're a forehander, you'll tend to play the ball a little more back in the stance and play the club face a little more open, especially if you tend to draw or have a strong draw in your shots, okay? And let me finish here with a little situation on how to help you guys. I know many of you who tend to hit the irons really well, but don't hit the woods well. And some of you hit the woods very well and struggle with the irons. Well, that's because you'll notice, especially if you go to my Golf Pro Lesson swing plane video, you'll see how the wedge and the driver are very different length, very different shape of club head. The reason why this is rounded and wide is so it can follow that wide arc, versus this is narrow and on the bottom, and the shafts are shorter because it matches more of a downward angle of attack. So if you struggle with the irons and hit the woods well, I'd like to see you practice with the ball below your feet. Now you have to secure yourself through the ankles or the heels, be more forward in the chest, and this will create a more upright swing, okay? Whereas, and you'll see this in the On the Slopes video, so check on Golf Pro Lesson On the Slopes, and my DVD's got all this information. And if you look at, if you're striking your irons really well, but you tend to pop fly the woods or you cut across the woods, then you want to practice with the ball above your feet. This will give you a much flatter swing plane, okay? More like the single plane swing versus the two plane swing. You'll see in my swing plane video how we iron all that out for each shot and each club. So we swing the club back and through, and we let everything iron itself out to that particular lie. So if you can swing the club with the ball above your feet without gouging the ground, you're doing fine. Then take it back up to the tee box And because the ball is on a tee, pretend it's slightly above your feet in this situation and swing, get the same feel that you've experienced here with the ball above your feet, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk to you later.